Greetings, geeks. Welcome to episode 846 of Geeks in Space. I'm Rob Commander Taco Malda, and joining me today, you will not be surprised to see the lovely face of Chris DeBona.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. Hi, I'm Chris.
And the shadowy silhouette of the less lovely but far more evil, Rob Roseboom.
Come on, I want to be pretty too.
You want to be pretty? Okay, you can be pretty.
Yeah. All right,
they got like an AI filter for that.
Twinkle.
No, I don't have any filter on this.
No hashtag, no filter.
No filter.
Hashtag no filter.
Yeah.
That's how
I'm gonna go out without makeup on too today, guys.
Oh, should I turn on the VTuber cats again? You know?
Yeah, right.
Go full weeb or whatever.
Oh yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good.
Well,
so where did we leave off, guys? I think when we left off,
you know, it feels like deja vu, but didn't we already have this story about the astronauts being stuck, not stranded
no,
on the ISS?
No, I think that
delayed, Chris. They're delayed.
No, this was the thing where
the event,
a satellite got detonated, exploded, crashed.
Yeah,
broken.
Yeah.
And so everybody had to go hide in the
so
hide in their capsules.
Deja vu.
Yeah,
about a Russian, satellite destruction.
Same book, different chapter.
Yeah, right.
This one, I was thinking about this one too. Is like, so everybody's got to go into their little capsules, right? When there's an event on the space station, and the two guys that came up, I guess the lady, right? A dude and a lady. They have to go back to their capsule, and they're like, "Fuck, we're in the Starliner. Sure wish we were in the Soyuz right now." That luxury Soyuz capsule.
Well, hopefully the door doesn't come.
Well, so that was a Wednesday on Earth time, right? So I don't know if they're like, "Oh, I hate Wednesdays. Oh, hump day," or whatever, Sort of like Garfield if it had been a Monday or something.
Right.
Typical,
All right, Chris.
No lasagna except for space lasagna,
Yeah, exactly. Chris, you can play Super Moxio Bros.
Okay, let's take a look.
Which is just a cutesy little web game where somebody made the first level of Super Mario Brothers, but entirely using the strokes of a classic typewriter.
Okay.
I just thought that was cute.
Oh, the carriage return sound.
Yeah, all the sound effects. All the sound effects are the sound effects of an old typewriter.
What am I supposed to do?
As a like Z and
control.
You could have read the instructions, but
what? How do I jump?
Stupid.
J.
Z and X maybe.
Space bar.
X. That's what I thought.
Ding. But like that's just cute.
That's really pretty cute. Yeah, I like it.
It's the little things, man. When we live in a post-apocalyptic hellscape where our president can just kill people for funsies.
I heard he kills a lot of Goombas.
Yeah.
No other president kills Goombas.
You hit all the boxes, Chris.
Yay! But the pipes.
Oh, the down pipes? No.
The down pipes don't work, and the secret coin wasn't there. I checked. I did the important research. Ahead of the podcast, well, I did the producer thing.
I killed the Goomba. Is that a Goomba?
I guess so. It looks like a triangle. But I guess don't Goombas just look like triangles?
Well, they're mushrooms, right?
They're Goombas. They don't like to be being called something so reductive. So the next one that I had on the list was this is a while ago. This is the story that the man flew 1,000 miles to attack a gamer with a hammer. And there aren't so many.
It was like a dead blow hammer.
Oh, yeah.
That's a guy.
Well, I mean,
the headline says man.
Make any assumptions,
The headline says man. Although I guess that could technically be the victim and not the perp, but that does look pretty mugshotty.
Kind of a bulgy head,
It'd be weird if they just took pictures of the victim and then pasted that. But
and not for nothing, there's a Florida connection.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
It was in
Went to
Florida. His victim.
Makes sense. Also, there's no way that's a 2X shirt.
New Jersey to Florida. I don't know. It says 2X. This is probably a prison jumper.
Right.
My guess. he says he doesn't listen. I'm 2X. This guy just looks like he's got a big head, you know.
Yeah, I
not
think he
necessarily a
might be
2X
the
body.
victim afterwards.
It's
There's
a
a
telephoto
bulge
lens.
between his eyebrows that maybe
Oh
where he got hit by the hammer.
Well, maybe, you know, it's a dead blow hammer, so it's got two heads, and maybe he went to go hit him, and the guy's like, no. And he did his, you know, arm
did the
defense.
classic block,
yeah.
right?
And then it bounced off and bounced back and hit him in his own head.
Oh, he's from Jersey, though.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought maybe he hit himself by accident in the process of trying to attack his dude who said your mom or whatever on Call of Duty.
Well, the best part is that he snuck into the house like at 2 a.m. and attacked the guy at night. And then best of all, the guy's dad heard the scuffle and came down.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like
he restrained him.
It kind of hits all the buttons.
He's like, looks like you skipped leg day. All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. All right then.
At least he asked the cops how much jail time he'd get.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like you could have Googled that first, but if you Google
the victim was a bad person online.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Man, can you imagine if Zen had to travel 1,000 miles to go after every bad person on Slashdot?
I imagined very little but that back in the day, Chris.
Right?
I mean, I can only imagine like how many frequent flyer miles you'd have had.
The closing credits sequence of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, where they play the how many people want to kick some ass as they go and knock door to door. That really felt like it was made for us.
Mm-hmm. Even though the rest of the movie was made for no one.
Yeah, it was made
because it was a garbage movie.
It was made for me, and I still liked it.
That was awful.
I still liked it.
Bad,
I'm not telling you Jay and Silent Bob 2 hits the same lofty goals.
You know, I didn't watch that, so
you're smarter than me.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. So Paul Allen.
No, I like myself more. It's not about how smart you are, because I'm not. You know, statistically speaking, we're all about the same, right? It's that you, Rob, don't regard your mind as valuable.
No, I don't.
And so you go to Jay and Silent Bob more than once, and we worry about you. We love you.
You shouldn't worry about me, because watching questionable movies is what I do.
It is a aspect of your idiom.
Right.
Yeah. Last night I was watching a movie.
Watching Jay and Silent Bob 1 twice is a cry for help. We are here to listen.
I
right,
probably
Rob?
have seen it more than 5 or 6 times.
Zen, are you with me? Do we want to care for Rob?
I
Almost
feel
to
like
the point of Section 8ing him.
I feel like since we addressed it, we don't have to listen anymore. So
there you go.
I mean, withdrawal is one way of treating.
Yep.
You know, so.
Yep.
It's true.
You know what I was watching last night is a movie called Nice Girls Don't Explode.
Oh, really?
Was that your recommendation?
Yes, it was.
Okay, because I didn't know why that ended up in my list. And I was thinking it was because it either came from you or it came from How Did This Get Made, or it came from.
Did they do that movie?
No, well, I didn't remember. They should. I'm only halfway through and I had to pause it. But wow, what a train wreck of a movie that is.
Like, it made $60,000 in the box.
It made $60,000.
Like all at once, or
yep. Thank you, Magnum. I appreciate the support. Jay and Silent Bob are great.
Are they? But are they Nice Girls Don't Explode great?
No, nobody.
How far along are you? What have you gotten to? Have you gotten to Wallace Shawn?
Yeah, Wallace Shawn and his
Andy
little
in the
cigarette
jail?
lighter. How he's just always like angrily. Well, okay, so I now understand why the fireworks are happening, because the first scene of the movie, you're not exactly sure. Like maybe this is a movie of magical realism.
Mm-hmm.
And then it
came about the same time as Firestarter did.
Yeah,
you know. So you know.
It's that movie's a lot. The thing that there's a lot of things about that movie. It's got the gal from Real Genius, which is weird.
Michelle Marinac.
Yeah, she was also in Revenge of the Nerds.
Yep.
So like all of these things, these are big points in the pros column for me. But the problem, I'm really struggling with it because I can't figure out how old anybody is, because it's an 80s movie where 30-year-olds are playing 15-year-olds. Things like that. Like, it's really like, is she supposed to be 18 or 12. Because at one point they say 13 years later, but she is not acting like an 18-year-old.
And Andy Muckler, he's going to China on a ping pong scholarship.
Yep.
I mean, can you get more 80s than that? You know,
it's pretty great. I look forward to seeing the end of that, but not a lot. Paul Allen, his museum is getting sold.
Well, so Paul died.
Yes, right? He did.
Wouldn't we be more interested? I'm not saying I had anything to do with the murder, though.
That they can prove.
He wasn't murdered. He just
nothing provable.
Because
now, otherwise, a brain thing, you know.
Otherwise, he'd be super pissed that people were selling his stuff.
Yeah.
Oh no! If he were alive, he would be. This would not be happening. But yeah, also, I hate to say it, this is very Paul Allen in that once he's like, yeah, but once I'm dead, I don't care. You know?
Sure.
So instead of providing for these things to continue in a smart way, he just said, man, screw it. I'll be dead. I won't care. And it's like, okay.
Somebody will figure it out.
Yeah. So, yeah. So there you go. So one of the casualties of his death is the Living Computers Museum is basically up for auction, you know. And so Christie's is doing this massive, massive to me, auction of his junk, including a bunch of old computers, a Gemini spacesuit, you know, and other stuff. So yeah,
he had some good stuff.
He's got the
Wasn't
letter
his sci-fi
from
collection
Einstein
better?
to Roosevelt proposing the Manhattan Project. I mean, that's a serious thing, right? That's the business.
Right.
And now I could just look at the picture online and look, I don't have to spend the money. Mm-hmm.
Or you could touch it.
I bet he's got one of those
touching it with my
that
finger.
has a launching missile. Too.
Yep.
Well, you know, the Museum of
his
Pop
sci-fi
Culture
museum
is
was awesome.
The Paul Allen collection.
Yeah.
You know, it literally is just the Paul Allen collection.
Yeah, no, he had a great sci-fi. And in all fairness, were I to have lucked into billions of dollars, that's all I would have done. I would have bought old space shit and I would have bought old sci-fi shit, and that would have been old computers, and that would have been all I did. And I would have had.
You would have been the happiest clam in.
I would have been. I would have had a staff maintaining it, and I would play with it, and that's all I would do.
Yeah.
You know what I would?
Well, you know, I you're not a billionaire. I know that, right?
Very, very far from it.
I think Adam Savage worries about this with his stuff too. He's like, you know, when I die, where does my collection go?
Toys,
you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yeah.
Yeah,
stinks.
I don't have anything that goes into a museum after I croak, so I'm not worried. It's kind of tragic, waste of a life, man.
But I mean, comparing them is kind of funny because, you know, Adam's got a blaster from Blade Runner, and Paul Allen probably has the entire, you know, set.
Right. They are.
Yeah, he actually has a replicant.
Yeah. He's got a Priss in the corner, you know, and
Harrison Ford actually has to go and sit in his living room for 3 hours a week.
Actually, I think he does have a Priss in the corner. Like if you go from his workshop to the little room behind it, there was a statue in the corner, I think from Blade Runner. No, it might have been an original C-3PO. I don't know. It was pretty important though.
He's got good stuff. We get it, Chris. You got to go to Adam's workshop and he's got good stuff.
Was really cool. It was so neat. Jerk. You know.
Jerk.
He's a good friend. He's a pal.
So nice. Wizards of the Coast got accused of using Hillary Clinton as a model for a Paladin.
For a Paladin?
Yeah, that seems actually kind of cool.
It's actually pretty, to her credit, you know?
Right.
Like they didn't like pick like some Lich King, you know?
Yeah.
And maybe they have like a Lich King Trump or something, you know?
Well, you should find...
she only had the power to smite. We'd be living in a different world, gentlemen.
This is such a weird picture.
Yeah, I don't even...
also
it's a stretch.
Okay, I guess.
I don't know. This is kind of like the whole thing where...
The voice thing?
The voice thing. Yeah. And I'm like, or it's just an older lady.
Yeah.
You know?
You're uncanny valleying between two people.
Yeah, I think people like to find connections.
We do.
But
Yeah.
That's our
Although
deal.
I give it more credence with the new ability, crush the deplorables.
Yeah, deplorable crush.
Yeah, you get it at 4th level now.
And Pokemon Go to the tavern and find a job.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you roll 2 1s in a row, you actually get locked up.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not good for her.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to watch a sinkhole just open up in the middle of a soccer field? Because that's pretty cool. Sorry, podcast listeners, but we're going to do a visual thing now, which you could too enjoy if you watched us on the YouTube with Magnum PI.
The YouTube. Okay. Here we go.
I should screenshot.
Is that little square there to help me figure out where the sinkhole is?
Nope.
In case I was wondering.
It's their automatic motion detection.
Yeah, it's the motion detector.
All right, gotcha.
Something's happening.
No, goodbye.
Oh, no.
Oops.
Wow, that is deep.
Yeah. They're saying there's a mine underneath there.
Yeah.
That was what caused that. There's an aerial photo, I think, in the article too. It's a big chunk of the middle of that field. That's terrifying, is what that is.
Best kid soccer game I ever saw.
God, wouldn't that be great?
I'm glad that there was no kids there,
Well,
I know that makes me a monster, but
yeah, think of the comedic opportunities missed by not having children engulfed by a giant hole in the earth.
Yep.
Where's the damn article?
And then the Slee Stack soccer team crawls out.
The Slee Stack, the Morlocks versus the Slee Stack,
Yeah. I'm in.
Morlocks.
So the next one that I have on the list is that we gotta move along. Sorry, we've only got about 8 minutes left.
You're keeping time.
Yeah. So an ISP in Korea apparently installed malware on 600,000 of their customers' PCs, basically to mess with torrenting.
BitTorrent, huh?
They were saying how apparently piracy in Korea is largely done with a tool that sort of like what was it? Not Gnutella, but one of those torrent-based file systems that creates a virtual file system. And apparently,
like IPFS or something.
Yeah, apparently that's like the main way of torrenting or pirating video content in Korea. And so this ISP just thought, it'd be cool if we just backdoored everybody's computers, kind of like remember back in the day when they were putting rootkits on CDs. So you could just was it Sony that did that?
Yeah, Sony, who would end up owning Crunchyroll.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's the other way to win.
Yeah.
Yep. If you're looking at it, Chris, we can't see it, but
I'm not. So,
it's fine.
There you go. I mean, it's just crappy stuff and then pop-ups. Just please subscribe to their notifications or whatever. So.
Yeah, reject their pop-ups. Accept their cookies.
Sorry, I was looking up the history of Crunchyroll because did that come from Korea too? No, it was just a bunch of UC Berkeley people who were nuts, kooky for Crunchyroll.
So live ranking of airline luggage. I just found this amusing because somebody's got a data source and they are tracking airline luggage getting lost, and you can see in real time what percentage of luggage is being lost.
Wow.
And by what country. And what airlines and stuff. So I just thought that was pretty neat, especially when you look at some of the worst airlines where they're losing 1 in 41 pieces of luggage.
I'm never checking a bag on Air India. That's what I've learned today.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but
WestJet's bad. I mean, that's Canada. That's not
dude, even Air Canada's losing a 0.5% of luggage.
Oh man. Well, I mean, they're not worse than I like how Frontier's did you pay the lost luggage fee? Yeah,
I had no idea how bad my odds were, but I guess I stopped checking luggage. I even when I flew a lot, I just never checked luggage anymore. I just shoved everything as tightly as I could into a carry-on and hoped I didn't need it.
Wow. 1 in 292, 1 in 395.
Yeah, Southwest, man. They're 0.16%. They're doing great.
Singapore, it's not they lost it. It's just when they hit turbulence, it all got jumbled up.
Hawaiian Airlines, 0.09%.
They're doing good.
Wow, where are they? Gosh. You just went to the bottom because you're an optimist.
Yeah.
Alaska, good on you, Alaska.
Yeah. And they actually had a lot of luggage too, 1,400 pieces.
So my question is like,
Malaysian. Yeah,
does that
they're
count
good
like the entire plane?
Yeah, they're
You
good
know,
with
'cause if
luggage,
so,
not
good
so
on them.
great with planes.
Yep.
Yeah. Air New Zealand's great. I mean, you know, if you lose it, you're like, shit, I guess I'm waiting a day, you know. But yeah.
Anyway, that one just made me happy.
No, it's really neat.
The last one that I had on the list is just a weird article that might be worth reading. It's getting the world record in Hatetris. I don't know if we've ever talked about Hatetris before, but it's a Tetris clone that algorithmically computes the worst possible piece for you to get.
And gives it to you.
And you always get the worst possible piece. And so they, of course, built a machine to try to defeat Hatetris. And so this article is just all about how to get the world record and how to get a high score in Hatetris. Which, if it's always you're never gonna get that line. That last line you just need so bad. That sort of thing just amuses me to death.
Yeah.
Look at that. Every single piece.
Son of a bitch.
I hate it because it doesn't want me to have lines. All right. I watched Nice Girls Don't Explode, or part of it, and House of the Dragon.
Yeah, I've been watching that. That's been okay.
Is there anything?
The Boys, you know.
I am caught up on The Boys now.
It's good times.
Holy crap, The Boys this season.
It's extreme, man.
Yeah.
It's a serious show.
I know that people are bitching about it online.
What are they bitching about? People complain online? Wait.
Yeah, on the internet.
Are you sure about that?
Well, not since Jay and Silent Bob kicked everybody's ass.
Oh, God.
This season of The Boys is a lot, man. Oh, you're gonna get a line?
Sure is. No.
Oh, you got a line, but not a single. How spiteful.
Some bitch.
So if you actually look at the article, the Tetris World Records for the Hatetris World Records are like in the 10s and 20s. Like people are not getting a lot of lines in Hatetris. You're going to get not a single line in the whole game. That's great.
Well, I mean, statistically speaking, it hates me.
Yep.
So.
It's in the name.
Some bitch.
You can't get it. You're never going to get it. Oh. That's great.
Yeah.
Please.
Look,
Your score was 0.
My score was 0.
So Magnum, I would agree with you that this might be the weakest season of The Boys, and I also thought Gen V was better, but I still think that what they've been doing this season is just
still good.
Just bonkers.
Even if it's the weakest, it's a good week.
Yeah, and it's what I really like about this season is that they are no longer even pretending. They're just here it is. Like we're telling you what we think. There's very little satire left. It's just calling the bad people bad.
I mean, TruthCon was really like, dude.
Yeah, they had the adrenochrome and they had it was all there, man. It was
dead internet.
Yeah, the dead internet theory, which I'm beginning to think might be true.
Yeah,
it just wasn't
I'm
true
leaning that way.
Wasn't true in 2017. I got followed by like 2 different Elon Musk bots recently, so I know that the dead internet theory is real, unless Elon Musk is really following me.
He's totally following you.
Seems unlikely.
He's an old school / troll.
My escape pod is launched.
Oh,
yeah, we gotta go.
Let's wrap it up. Bye, Rob Roseboom.
See you, bye.
And bye, Chris DeBona.
Later.
That was episode 846 of Geeks in Space. I was Rob Commander Taco Malda, and we'll see you next time with maybe a few more minutes. Bye-bye.